Okay. Let's go again. I think maybe my general advice for starting off is find someone that you really like and then imitate them, mimic them. Like, just steal from them. I know it's going to feel cringy even to do so. But, like, take their good ideas and run with it because they have a setup, right? And then once you have done that, once you've actually worked with those ideas and made them into reality, then you can start branching out into what makes you unique and you different. And that's gonna have its... Oh, God. Can I even do this? Okay, nice. We're doing it. And then once you get a handle on what it is like to make content and you get to the flow, because that's like the hardest thing to learn is the flow. Like how it feels to do the thing. And then once you latch on to that, it gets a lot easier to do. And then you can iterate. Then you can like make yourself better. So, I was inspired by a lot of people coming up. Just kind of looked at their YouTube pages, looked at their Twitch pages. What kind of panels do they have? What kind of content are they making? What does it look like? What kind of equipment are they using was a big deal. Learning their equipment helped a lot. And it kind of gave me a basis for what I wanted to look like myself. So, once you can kind of identify that, you can make things a bit easier on yourself starting off. And then that's not even the end-all be-all, right? Like, just imitating someone, making content similar to them isn't going to separate you from the pack. And that's really what you need to do. You need to do something that's separating you. And that's the really hard part. Innovation is very difficult. It takes a lot of space and time and energy and mental fortitude to be willing to go and do a new thing that's been untested. I genuinely think that making content and doing YouTube and Twitch and other things like in a similar vein is actually so exceedingly difficult. Like, incredibly so. Like, it's really under-talked how hard it genuinely is to do your own thing and make stuff. Because it's, like, the learning curve is massive. What's up, Sam? How you doing? It's just not easy to do. It's, like, there's such a level of burnout as well. And also it seems a very glamorous life to, be an Instagram model or to be a Twitch streamer. But I actually think that the rate of mental health and suicide rates for content creators is actually really high because the process is really isolating. The experience is unlike a lot of other stuff that you could do in your life. And that causes a level of stress and honestly pain a lot of the time, I think, than people understand and see. And that's why I find it such a difficult thing to get going. It is definitely a stressful job for me. Just being in control of your own income, right? Like, I'm gonna talk about pet again, I guess, but it's even worse for some. Like, if you have a family, if you have like a kid who's relying on you to not be a shitbag and actually have a legit job, right? Like, if you have people who rely on you, it's even worse. Yeah, man. Like, what you have to go through, where your sub count is such a huge factor for whether you can sleep well or not at night. What is it going to look like when Ada's grown up? No, sorry, Evelyn's grown up, and when Ada grows up, when Evelyn's grown up, and you want to send her to college, or she wants to get married or something. What was Daddy doing in his years to support the family? Luckily, I don't even have to deal with that, and I think this is a really stressful job. Right? See, working commission is very similar. Working for tips is very similar to the streamer experience. It's just, and it can, you can be writing in the high and then writing the low the next day, and it's just a lot there. I think I might reset this also. Jeez. Nice to spend more time at home with the wife. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad some people are enjoying ISO. It's really bad for some folks, and that's why I'm specifically so worried about people right now and their mental health department, because I just think that it's super dangerous at the moment. Everyone's isolated, stuck in their houses. They're not allowed to go out. Yeah, I think a lot of people are really stressed out by the lockdown. Like, it sucks. Some people have lost their jobs. I think it's a big deal. Like, especially people who have been working at a job very consistently, and it's been like kind of an outlet for them to, get out of the house and do stuff, to suddenly be like, all right, I don't have a job anymore, and I can't really look for a job right now because nobody's really hiring because everything sucks. It makes me super nervous for my friends. You would think it'd be easier for streamers too, because they're kind of used. They have this social network that's online, so it seems like it'd be a bit easier for them. But I feel like there's a lot falling on their shoulders as leaders right now to do a lot more. How do I get so shiny so fast? Since we didn't do anything to prevent the spread of the virus, really just left. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna reset this world again. I hate doing so many resets, but I'm a greasy boy. He was a greasy boy. She said, see you later, boy. I don't need to cook on a frying pan. That's a good one. That's me. Are you doing any charity stuff during this? Motherfucker, I am a charity, all right? I was actually just about to say, I think that streamers are actually going to get it, like, they might get a viewership increase during this, but I think they're going to get a huge, all streamers, all entertainers are going to get a massive monetary decrease during all these things. Because streamer income is directly correlated to how well their audience is doing. If their audience isn't doing well fiscally, they can't subscribe. Yeah, I think a lot of streamers might stop, frankly, during this. They might have to get like a part-time job, because I think it makes sense that when the economy is going down, the income of, you know, very tertiary jobs would go down. Like people in bartenders and stuff are going to get less money, you know? Anybody who works on getting tips, anybody who works on commissions is going to get less money. So I probably am going to end up in a position where I'm just going to try to save as much money as I can right now. Man, this run sucks, dude. I'm just getting tilted. Oh, I don't know why I'm just ruining these runs today. I mean, I've met a lot of really cool content creators on Twitch. I've been very lucky to do so. Twitch has very recently, I think within the past like year and a half, kind of... Streaming is such a... I want to say like a slithery, slimy beast that's constantly moving and changing, and it's so hard to get your grip on it. When you feel like you do have a grip on it, it slips through your grasp and lubes itself up, gets all sticky, you know? And that's, you know, that's one of the reasons I like it, because it's not easy. It's a game that's constantly evolving and complicated in its own way and doing its own thing and has its own meta and stuff like that, where you're dealing with humans. But I think what's really worked for me the most is like being me, being your boy Badger, and not really worrying about other stuff. I've definitely found initial success in the niche that is Terraria and doing Terraria stuff, and that's, you know, it's really hard to break away from. And I think that's fine. That's just how it is. Everyone has their niche no matter what. Like, I like to compare it to like a basketball player. You know, if a basketball player were to suddenly start playing golf, wouldn't have as many people watching them play golf because they're not known for playing golf, right? They don't. The people who watch them play basketball wouldn't necessarily follow them over to the golf scene because they're not interested in it. And that's basically what happens every time I switch categories in Terraria. And, you know, just speedrunning, right? Like, the speedrunning community in general is a really fun community to be part of. And I want to do more speedrun stuff. I want to get back into Monster Hunter speedrunning because I found that to be really fun, and also it was really effective to get into there. Those are really hard because there's a lot of really good people who are running it. Right, Badger equals LeBron James of Terraria. Sure, and I'm willing to accept that reality that, sure, I've been very prolific. These boots, nice. Okay, we have an anvil as well. I'm just gonna build houses on the surface. Yeah, boots to start with is great. Looking good so far. This is a pretty good chunk of ammy. Half of what I need. Stop it. I'm walking here. Yeah, honestly, any enchanted sword or Arcalis is obviously fantastic. Just getting a weapon to start with is good. Ooh, ruby's nice. I would prefer a hook, really. We have boots already, so that's big. Oh man, that could have been a sword. Ow. Your attempt to interact with everyone and your viewers? Yeah, that's a super important thing. That's just like a thing that I do inherently, is want to interact with people. Interaction is so important as part of the live broadcast. I really like streams that don't interact. Do I accept Steam friend requests? Sadly, my Steam list is full. I just accepted everybody, and now I can't anymore. I think my streams are just the best streams when I'm just talking anyway, and chatting with chat, and talking about something, and having a shared interest and getting to know people. And there's just different things that work for different people. There's no like end all be all to what makes a good stream and what makes a bad stream and stuff like that. You know, my opinion on what makes a good stream isn't everyone's opinion, and that's fine. And I'm okay with watching VOD too, you know? I don't know, it's weird. It's weird that what turns me off on that. Do you think Plantera needs a force summon? Yeah, I think so. This is the reason I watch the people I watch is because they read chat. Yeah, I hear that from a lot of people, Rasabu. And I guess, yeah, Boof is saying the same. I'm in the same boat. Like, non-interactivity is just a huge turnoff for me. And like, in the stream setup where the streamer isn't interactive, I tend to interact with the chat. and then that makes it a little bit more palatable. But it's still not quite the same as actually like getting to talk to a streamer. You have housing. Will anybody move in? Oh, we can't. No one will move in. Rip. Go to YouTube. I'm not looking for interaction, so that's fine. Right. Same, I guess. YouTube's video player is better anyway. Like, I much prefer to watch on YouTube. Oh, even when you're watching a stream. See, I'm a very active chatter as well. And yeah, and I also interact with chat anyway, yeah. If I'm not active in your chat, I'm not there. And that's just, I hate saying that, but at the same time, that's, sometimes I am just like doing other stuff. It's a pretty good indicator that I'm not there if I'm not active. Like I will be active like at least once every 2 minutes, at least, if I'm paying attention. If I'm there, rather. Yeah, I mean, and sometimes I'm like cooking, or a lot of times I'm doing other stuff while doing. Yeah, Ped, you do lurk. You lurk a ton, actually. You're one of the few people who's like, yeah, I lurk, and I'm like, yeah, I believe you. So a lot of people are like, yeah, I lurk. You know, you fucking don't. You just don't listen. and then maybe I'm wrong for even saying that, but I feel like lurk a lot of time is like, I'm not there. There are very few chatters that I've seen that legit will kind of do the actual lurk thing. 100% lurking at the moment. I guess everybody is different. Maybe I shouldn't be so mean to people who lurk. And maybe it just feels like there's so few. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe there's plenty of people who lurk. Everyone watches differently. I'm just such an active chatter that I very rarely find myself lurking. I mean, it's weird because I'll watch a VOD though. You know? Like I'll watch a VOD, no problem. I'll watch YouTube, no problem. Maybe it depends on the streamer. See, I don't think it does for me. Like, I can't think of streamers where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll lurk in this stream. I won't talk at all. I'm a premier VOD watcher. That's a cool thing to do. That's like having chat with YouTube video. Yeah, I quite like that actually. I do watch a lot of VODs too, to be honest. Yeah. So I mean, I grew up watching YouTube, which is literally because I would usually watch Terraria streams and kids would get too excited and they didn't want to take away from streams. But more chill these days. So yeah, that's something I picked up a lot from you actually, Ped. You had a big impact on me. But also I think the environment had the same impact, where I really just want to be a viewer when I'm in the stream. Like I being a streamer in a stream is not as fun as just being like Badger the viewer in streams. Like that's when I'm having the most fun. Oh gosh, is when I'm just there watching and not really doing anything else. Streams where I'm having to be a streamer, not as fun. I don't know how to explain this. This is weird. Jesus. Only that's an explosive trap. Holy crap. Oh god. There's gonna be piranhas in here. I'm gonna die. Ah! Okay, I'm not dead. Jeez, sorry, my brain is having trouble doing talking and also playing. God, I can't even articulate what the heck I'm talking about right now. What was I even saying? How I want to enjoy streams. Like I guess I like ingesting streams as just a random. And that can be really hard sometimes. There's actually like 2 streams that I go to that don't know I'm a streamer at all, and I find those streams very relaxing because I'll just be very upfront about what I'm thinking about, and I don't have to worry about anybody like, oh, it's Badger, or like telling my friends of what I was saying, you know. And I really, those are usually the streams for me. I really like that. Like it gives me a lot more escapism than other streams where, like going to Pet Stream, right? Like everyone knows me in Pet Stream. They know who I am. They know Badber. So I don't get the same level of escapism even from being a streamer in those streams. It's such a weird. It's funny because I think about this fairly often, but I haven't like internalized it or externalized it rather. But I feel a lot more like just a normal viewer in Boof's stream than I do like in the Terraria official stream, for example. Making all, yeah. See, and that's making it all is a problem in and of itself because I don't want to have a new account. I don't know. It's a bit. Like here's the real problem with making all is I identify as Badger. I am Badger. I really like the name Badger. Sometimes when I'll be talking to myself, I'll use like instead of calling myself William, I will literally call myself Badger. So I really like that name and I identify as that name, and having to put the name down sucks because that's who I am. I am Badger. So I guess that it fits me. I think it does. I think that's a big point of contention because I have thought about making an alt. Oh god. And also I kind of feel like a bit of a liar when I have an alt on. Oh god. I don't want to trick anybody, you know. Yeah, Badger's alt account. Yeah. But then there's like, what's your main account? See, that'll draw more attention to me. The way that I've flown under the radar is like not using any emotes. Oh, wow. And definitely never talking about streaming. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to go someplace no one knows your name. I have that feeling a lot. It's such a weird thing, too. Because I love attention. There, I'll say that a lot as well. I really like attention. I like when people recognize me, too. Like, I enjoy the popularity that I've been able to very slowly build up after years and years of streaming on Twitch. I like it. It's fun. It's really cool. It makes me happy. It validates me as a person. It makes me feel like I wasn't wasting my time. I like it a lot. It's just also, this is such a strange... It's really hard to articulate this emotion because it doesn't make any sense. 15 minutes in. We don't have a hook. I do have boots, though. And I need to route these runs better, I think. We have emerald. Oh, we can make an emerald hook. Oh my god, good spot, Headhunter. Didn't realize we'd gotten them as emeralds. Get some notice in the stream just based on interaction there. Yeah. Like, that's what I have in some communities that I frequent. Like, I know them from... I found them somewhere else, probably like Twitter. And I followed their Twitch channel, and I never interacted with them on social media before. And I just watched them as Badger. Well, I mean, like, you can be a prolific chatter in a community. Like, a community with, like, 20 average viewers or something like that. Yeah, True Trim's still busted. I like those communities a lot. I have a lot of fun there. I don't have a weapon, though. I have a boomstick. Our border's even open? Is the U.S. border so closed? I guess all the borders are closed, because shit's food war. You're going to ask me if his country's borders are closed. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's close to Canada as well. We do have an eye spawner, yeah. It doesn't help us. If it was extra mode, I'd be more excited about a Headhunter, but since it's normal, it doesn't really give a jack. Earth is closed right now, yeah. It kind of is like that, isn't it? It sucks. So, I feel like the world is just like paused. Everyone's just like, wait. You know, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Ooh, I feel like I should definitely have more in 19 minutes. I have a hook and jump, though. Or hook and boots. No jump. I'm really fast. You were speedrunning. Am I speedrunning? I think I'm just not even enjoying Terraria right now. Do I have Monster Hunter World installed?